I remember my mother's head gushing blood, a real-life horror scene, and I was just a child standing there in sight of all of this. My mother's first abuser and first husband was a violent and dangerous person that could not stand us and treated us like a hindrance and bullied us and called us girl names. He would get locked up, then my mother would drop the charges, he would apologize, and she would take him back, and it was a vicious cycle that just went on and had my brother brainwashed by manipulation and fear. Shortly after my mother was slapped in front of my entire family at a bar, in front of all of my loved ones, she got married to this same abuser, and her plan was to move us to California after her husband found out about this job opportunity. On the outside, this looked like a new opportunity and a fresh start. Outside looking in, there was something more sinister forming and developing around our family. First night we got to Cali, we stayed on the streets of Long Beach and camped out. And he and my mom got robbed of everything they had to start our new life. Remember my mother finding Mexican gang members that stole it and shouting at them till they gave back our sleeping bags and a few items, but we never got back the wallets or the cash. I remember my 110-pound mother soaking wet, fearless, demanding this stuff from these guys, and she was fearless. It was wild. It seemed like we would have a small period of peace, and then the violence would begin again. I remember one particularly bad fight where my mother was getting beaten and got thrown into a wall and was gushing blood from her head. And I jumped in to stop him, and he turned towards me. I had my brother hiding in the closet in the bedroom, and we were terrified. Luckily, my mother lived that night. We were pretty frequently locked out in the daytime in the hot Cali sun with no food and no water and no shirt or shoes at sometimes. I did things that I hated to do and protected my brother and provided for my brother, and I always tried to make sure that he was okay. I learned breaking and entering and stealing, being involved with vagrant communities, and linked up with kids that I shouldn't have been linked up with. Looking back, I'm sure these kids didn't know any better, but they treated us rough. I got beat up a lot, and I was only trying to protect my brother most of the time. Those conditions I lived under as a young man shaped how I love. It shaped my gratefulness. It shaped how I see others suffering. It gave me insight into the calling I wouldn't step into until I was over 35 years old. What we survived has turned into purpose and made a way for music and mission. A mission to feed and support oppressed children in Pakistan through every piece of music we release. This is what God pulled out of this. So listen, download, stream, like, save, comment, subscribe, and follow. All of these things will serve a bigger picture, and every stream, every share, every purchase goes towards the feeding and helping of children in Pakistan through Mission Pakistan. Jesus Christ stepped into my story and changed everything. And he can do the same for you. You can support us through Holy Remnant apparel, CD bundles, downloads, or just stream and share, because every action actually helps feed the children and care for these children in Pakistan. Because this isn't just music. This is music that serves. I care because I've been through that darkness. I care because I shared your pain. I give because I've been in need. I love because I felt unloved, and I share because I went without. So please stay tuned for episode 4 next Tuesday at 9 a.m. and be blessed. I love you all and have a great week.